And good morning, everybody. We're back here at RESTAURO Farm. We've got the new cloths running a bit roughshod this morning. We had Mikey helping us out. He's gone up to the shop at the minute. He's going to grab some lunch. He'll bring down, leave it in the house. Mikey also did really well. He got us another 2 crates bottled up of honey. He got stung as well at 7 this morning. He wasn't too happy with that. But today we are going to be drilling in this field and then rolling it. So I've got to get the new cloths out. It's a bit rough. But we're going to get started on the drill. Drilling soybeans. That's what we're going to put in there. I'm pretty certain before Mikey went he did say he filled it all up. So hopefully he has. Alright, let's hop in. Get us started. Make sure we change that to soybean. Hopefully this isn't. Let's see, it's running a little slow. As soon as it gets going and warms up a bit, it's fine. We knew there had to be something not quite right with it. See, now it seems to be alright. Probably needs a few pennies spent on it. We'll have to get it in the workshop up at the road at some point. I haven't got a clue what's wrong with it, so there's no point in me trying to pull it apart here. Normally I would do. Right, turn this in. Turn it on. Lower it down. And we're just going to hit that about there. Sure that's planting in nicely. And then hopefully Mikey will take over from us and we can get the roller out and prep that. Right, here we are. We're just about to grab the Massy. Get this started up and go get the roller. Get the roller on that field. We did park it in there. We haven't blocked it, have we? No, lovely. Alright. Shows we didn't clean it from last time. It looks like Mikey's going down, making a second pass. I hope he ain't got to stop there. Where's he going? Oh, interesting. We did the first strip there, so it should have been alright. We've got the roller on the back. We're just going to line this up, get it all set up ready. Go nice and wide. We'll give him time, turn, space to turn. Let's make sure this is coming down. I can see him just making a turn at the bottom, coming back up. So we'll wait for him to get about halfway through, and then we'll start with the rolling. We'll just keep you posted and updated. Now, welcome back, everyone. I said I'd keep you updated. Mikey still is actually in the field doing the seeding, but Dean was driving past, and he just offered us a lift down to come collect this. She's one of the machines that was part of the big deal we did. So I took the opportunity to collect it. It's a bit, how can I put it nicely? It runs nice enough. Its top speed's 11 miles an hour. It turns all right, but it's very bouncy, very bouncy. Very soft suspension on it, and it really shouldn't have this softer suspension. So I'm not saying Dean definitely got the better end of the deal, but I reckon with the extra cash you would have to spend on fully repairing these things, yeah, he got a better end of the deal. It's not so bad when you get on the dirt track though. I can see some rusting on some of the hydraulic lines towards the bucket, but yeah, the bucket seems to manoeuvre alright, so that's not too bad. We are going to be using this over the next few days. We've decided to go ahead and purchase the distribution tank. It's going to cost us a little bit over $1,000. We've got to dig up and put some pipe work into the greenhouses, etc., but that shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully it all works smoothly. In the meantime, we've got a long drive at 11 miles an hour. We'll catch you back at the yard. We have been possibly thinking about adding another shed to the yard. Not sure exactly whereabouts I'd want to put it, but thinking of putting some sort of workshop in, specifically so we can just drive in and out with machines. We may even need another small size shed to fit a few of the extra machine equipments we've got. Obviously I've got that older Massy that we got as a replacement for our Massy 100 when we let's say when it got wet. So yeah, we've got that still. I'm not sure if we really need it, but I'm also not sure whether or not it's worth really wasting by selling it on. It can't be worth too much money. But we're nearly there, and this has got the power to do all the odd jobs we're going to need it to do, especially the digging. We should be able to use this very well to just put trench lines in. As for where it's going to be housed, well, that is a question. It definitely needs a bit of a wash, so we'll quickly do that as well. I'm guessing it can go in here somewhere for the time being. Probably be able to squeeze it in there. It's not tracks, but the wheels do nice tight turns on them. Although that little back window isn't exactly clean. Alright. Take the key out with me, I think. Hopefully this scraper on it isn't. It looks dirty, but it also looks rusty. I'm hoping it's just all clay, red dirt, that sort of thing. But no, yeah, no, cleaned up, looking all right. There we go. It's a new Holland, so it's bog standard, really, industry standard. There we go. That'll do it. All right. Yeah, so this is the one that was thinking about getting rid of. It's in fairly good condition. I mean, we could do with some repairs. Fairly new arm system on there, and the bucket's fairly new as well. So I don't know, is it worth to keep or to sell? It's a decision I'm gonna have to make at some point, I guess. In the meantime, let's head back over to the field. I'll leave that open. I should really put a little side gate in here somewhere. Make it easier on myself rather than keep having to hop the fence. There we go. How's he doing? Mikey's still going down. So we're getting soybeans in the ground. That's going to be the first crop we do on this airfield strip since the grass. That one's coming along nicely. We'll just jump in and crack on. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong set of keys. Hold on. There we go. That's what happens when you try to use the wrong keys. Oh, we didn't quite cover that end. Let me get this nice and straight. There we go. About now. That should do the trick. The only concern I have is going over the power, hitting the power bars here, or even the support lines. Not only could that be an issue, but it could damage our equipment as well. Got to be careful with that. But there we go. Right, we'll get this lot done and rolled in. Hopefully we can get it done fairly quickly. I want to spend all day. I've still got other plans I want to do. See how far we get. Also want to get rid of those sticks over the next few days. Keep remembering to pick them up. Still haven't done it. So yeah, what we've got here in the old airfield strip, majority of this is sandy loam. That's the word. Most of this, I'd say 80% of this field is sandy loam soil, which is, it's fantastic. That's the stuff you really want. Sandy loam gives you a good 100% on the old on the yield prospects. It's fantastic stuff. I mean, really, what we're aiming for would be loam. That gives you a little boost. You get about 120, 125% of your yield bonuses out of that. But that's like gold dust to find land that rich. But yeah, we've got a nice area. We've got some nice sandy loam. We do have a little bit of loam as well in some of the areas. We've also got some bad stuff. We've got some clay, silk clay. That's never good. And loam sand. We've got a little bit of loam sand over in the mini field. I mean, that's for the grass though, for the animals, and it's plenty big enough for what we need for that. So it's not a big issue on that front. So I'm hoping a good size yield coming off this. The thing is, I've got to try and learn to keep this straight. But we're starting to catch Mikey up. Mind you, he did stop for lunch, so I'll give him that. He did stop for a bite to eat. I managed to speak to Mike earlier as well. His big announcement that he was on about. Apparently, he, rather than us, he's been offered the chance to host a local Christmas market over at Christmas time. So I'm not sure where that's going to be held exactly. Yeah, he got quite excited for that. It'll make it a nice event. Local produce, all that sort of thing as well going on. So yeah, it gives us an opportunity to possibly sell some of our wares. Certainly will be a nice afternoon out. Hopefully everything will run smoothly for him. I know he likes the idea of running some events. I'm hoping it'll be a good day for all. So if you're around, please come down to the Western Wilds in December for the Christmas event. The exact dates are to be announced later on. I'm guessing there will be some sort of Christmas bazaar maybe. There should certainly be some entertainment. But it should be a good day for all. There you go. There's a bit of free advertisement for him. Well, I say we're about a third through. I think what we'll do is we'll just try and get this done and see you at the end. Yeah, I'm definitely catching him up. So we've had a little swap around. Just so I can get a bit of practice in this, in our new tractor. We're going to have to get it repaired. It's got some issues. Mikey's having a little issue over in the new Massy. Mostly my fault. I wasn't paying attention. I clicked one of the posts, and it's cracked. You can't really see it, but the PTO, not the PTO, sorry, one of the electrical leads. It's cracked the casing, and it's for some reason not producing enough power to keep the rollers down unless you're going rather slow. I mean that's my fault. I did that. Not Not Mikey, my fault. It's not a major expense either. I'm pretty certain we've got some of those hoses. We can replace that. We've got quite close to the end here, so just carry on, and as soon as I finish seeding and I'll get this out popped away, I'll bring out a new hose and change it. So yeah, he's running a little slow. We were catching up, as when I was in it we were catching up, and then obviously I clipped it when I went and filled up with fuel. I didn't fold it in, and so anyway, my bad. But we're nearly done. Last couple of bits. The only, well, I say it's not really an issue. The concern I'm having at the second is we managed to do, obviously as you can see, this whole field on what little seed that it carries, but we're down to just 70 litres. At the moment of this, because it's sandy loam, we're only doing 35 seeds per metre square, but it does jump up the top end here, and this is where we've been using most of the seed. So yeah, we have to be wary of that, but we're nearly done. We'll get this done, I'll get a new hose pipe attached, and it'll be all done for the afternoon, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Things never go according to plan, do they? There we are, we've done it. 25 litres left. It was a close call. Just going to shoot round. Not worried about getting this refilled or anything at the minute. Just going to quickly, as quick as we can, shoot round, grab that hose, grab a toolbox, get out there and quickly change over on the hoses so we can get the rolling done a little faster. It's only a couple of minutes, take a couple of minutes at most as a job. I'm just going to put up over here. This should do the trick. Alright. Sure, I've got a hose in here somewhere. Maybe not in here then. I will find it. It's in one of these boxes then. Oh, it could be on the top. I might have to get the ladder out. We'll find it and we'll get that hose pipe sorted. So here we are. We are back in the Massy doing some rolling at full 9 miles an hour. It's not a massive speed, but it's an improvement. Put a new pipeline in. It wasn't as bad as it looked. It took a little while because it was very stiff getting that first one off. The bolt was very stiff on there. But we got it off and we swapped it over, and Mikey's over in the mini Massy over at the bottom of the field, clearing all the shrubs and taking the top layer of grass off. We're planning on turning that one into a field. We're trying to get it done as quick as we can so I can get a crop in. That's the plan. Whether or not it'll work in time, I don't know. Unfortunately, it'll be a bit of a gamble. If not, at least we'll have a field we can take time prepping and plant later on in the year. But we've got soybeans in here. The rolling's almost done. We've just got to do some fertilisation on it. I believe we did the lime. Trying to remember now, but yeah, we've nearly got it all finished. It's looking good. Good solid day. So we'll finish this off, and I'll call that one an afternoon. It can't be too far to go. Am I getting both ends? Oh, I've got to go back down another strip, and I am missing some because I am paying too much attention to everything else. Of course I am. It's always the way. You do a really well job, nice straight lines, and then right at the end, screw it up. Here we go. Get this last bit done and then come up for that mistake. Or should I? Well, I've got to come up this way too. Oh, we'll get it rolled anyway. And there we have it. That is complete. Come on, new hydraulics. There we go, they're working lovely. Everything's beautiful. Look at that. I think it always helps to have the few odd spares in the yard. We haven't got many. Well, the ones we do have will work to treat. From 2 miles an hour to 9 miles an hour, much improved. Mind you, it wouldn't need improving if my driving skills were a little better. Mike did remind me of that. Alright, let's get this round and put away. Let's see where Mikey is. How's he doing down there? Is he still down there? I could just about make out. Is that his top of the cab? Yeah, just down there in that corner. Good lad. Solid worker. Well worth the pennies we spend on him. Certainly is a young worker, good grafter. There we go. That's going to pull this one up here for now. And we're going to call that one a day. I'm going to go get a nice coffee. We'll be on the farm till about 5 o'clock, clearing that up down there. I can still see him down there. He's got the scooper on it. I'm going to grab the skid steer, our new skid steer out, and go down there and help him get it all cleared best we can. He's on till 5, so I'm going to have a quick. I'll have a quick coffee, maybe a sandwich. I'll try and get down there for about 4:30. Give him a quick hand. He'll go at 5 and we'll finish off. Maybe I'll leave the skid steer there and just take over from him. See how well it's doing. Skip's meant to be taken later on this afternoon as well, so they should have been down for that soon. So I'm going to grab a coffee and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Peace out. Let's get rid of that. Get a fresh one on.